I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but he has a better resume. His wins are better than Khabib.
What's up, guys? This is Pat Companion, the pound for pound best YouTube MMA channel.
Breakdown, whatever it is.
I don't know what it is. Let's not put a label on this thing that you guys and we have together.
But anyway, you don't care about that shit.
How are people perceiving Conor McGregor now?
Everybody loves to hate on Conor McGregor,
And
right?
what's the main thing that people say is?
That he's
a clown.
He's a clown.
He's a clown.
He's overrated.
He's a whiskey salesman.
He was never that good. Even one of our comments said that he beat 23 bums and only 3 contenders.
And this is the same attitude. I see it everywhere. I see it on Reddit, Instagram, YouTube comments. It's incredibly interesting how quickly people will turn on somebody and start calling them an awful fighter.
Yes.
The way that people talk about Conor McGregor, you would think he doesn't even deserve to be a top 15 fighter at lightweight.
Yes.
And that's why I think Conor McGregor is actually criminally underrated now in the MMA world.
And don't get me wrong, guys. I am a Khabib fan. I am a Tony fan. I am a Dustin Poirier fan. But I'm also a Conor McGregor fan. I'm not gonna lie. He's got beautiful striking. And just because he's on a losing streak and he's beating up old men, everybody's hating on him, right?
Everybody is hating on him.
But let's try to
strip that all away.
Yeah,
like let's strip everything away, right?
Let's talk about
the
Conor
fighter.
McGregor, the fighter in the octagon.
This narrative that he's never beaten anybody is the strangest narrative I've ever heard. Because if you just look at the records, he's beaten Chad Mendes, great fighter, one of the best UFC fighters to never win a belt. Knocked him out.
Yes.
Dustin Poirier. That win is aged like wine. Fine wine.
Yes.
Knocked him out.
Max Holloway.
Took him down with a torn ACL.
Yes.
Knocked out Jose Aldo in how many seconds? Like 7 or 13. I can never remember.
Like that, yeah.
Beat the piss out of Eddie Alvarez.
Yep.
Best title performance I've ever seen.
One of my favorite fights of all time.
When people talk about Dustin and Justin, like they're gonna just maul and murder Conor, it makes no damn sense to me. I feel like that's why you see this, that Conor McGregor is like actually criminally underrated now. Because even guys that he knocked out in one round, who are better, like I'm not saying they're not better, but it's like, when have I ever heard of fighters where it's like, hey, you knocked me out in one round a few years ago, but now everyone thinks that Dustin will just like walk through Conor with no opposition.
Right.
Only because, who has Conor lost to in MMA that people are like this? Khabib and Diaz, right?
And Diaz, right.
And he beat the shit out of Diaz.
Yeah.
Well, even the first fight.
Right.
Dustin wouldn't have gotten to the second round.
No, he wouldn't have.
Khabib beat Dustin arguably more than he beat Conor.
Yeah, no,
like more brutally,
yes.
I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's just like, on what basis is the Dustin and Justin narrative even coming from?
Right.
Who has Justin Gaethje even beat that we're like hyping him up to this degree? He's a damn good fighter.
He's a damn good fighter.
But he's like, he doesn't have a great win.
Let's just all be honest with each other.
Right now.
Right now, he's a B-level fighter. Maybe he'll become an S fighter. Maybe he'll become an A fighter. But as of right now, he is not at the same caliber as Dustin Poirier, Ferguson, Khabib. Now,
Conor, I'd say.
And Conor.
But even the Conor that fought Khabib, I'm like, no, that's still a level ahead of Justin, who lost to Dustin and Eddie.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Khabib versus Conor, right? And their legacy. I do think Khabib has a better legacy, but also Conor, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but he has a better resume.
Oh, like his wins?
His wins are better than Khabib.
So you're basically saying, like, even though Khabib beat Conor,
yes,
that doesn't mean that if you look at Khabib's wins, even including McGregor on that list,
yes,
that if you go like, okay, how many great fighters has he beat? How many good fighters has he beat? And you stack them up next to each other, McGregor's beaten more like great fighters.
And so that's my comment towards Conor McGregor has only beaten. He's a bum. He's only beaten 23 bums and 3 good fighters. That's not true.
Well, he's beaten like 3 great fighters for sure.
GOAT fighters, for sure.
Honestly, Khabib's beaten Conor.
He beat Conor. He beat Dustin Poirier, and that's it.
I actually think the comment, oh, he's beaten 23 bums and 3 good fighters, kind of applies more to Khabib than it does to McGregor, actually. Yes. And that's why it's such a strange narrative. And that's not to say, like, I agree with you. I think Khabib has a better legacy than Conor does. So Khabib's legacy comes from being unbeaten.
No, absolutely. Right? But it still doesn't change the fact that
resume.
The resume. Let's run down Khabib's. He's beaten Michael Johnson. Holy big fucking whoop. He beat Barbosa.
That's a good win, but not like a great one.
He beat Al. Al Quinta, and then he beat Dustin.
Oh, Rafael Dos Anjos. He has to be on there.
Okay.
So let's give him
three.
Dos Anjos, Dustin, and Conor.
Right. Those are three.
Those are his three, I would say, like, better than good fighter wins.
Yes.
And Conor has Aldo, Mendez.
He has
Alvarez, Dustin, and
Alvarez
Holloway.
is still a good fucking fighter.
And
I know.
he beat Gaethje
He
after
beat Gaethje,
Conor.
yeah.
After Conor beat him. And that's why I'm like, where is this damn narrative about Justin coming from?
Yes.
So people underrate Eddie Alvarez criminally as well.
Yeah.
And while overrating Justin.
Continue on with the Conor list. He beat Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Right? He beat Max Holloway.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's...
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills is basically what we're trying to say. Show the man some respect in the ring.
Yes, in the ring.
In the ring.
He's been an absolute dumpster fighter out of the ring, but if you're just counting his wins and his resume in the octagon, he is an A-plus fighter.
But it's like, guys, one loss doesn't mean that you're just suddenly an awful fighter.
Right?
Especially when, like, Dustin's not considered an awful fighter when he lost to the same guy Conor lost to.
Well, okay, in the 155 division, Ferguson and Khabib are competing for the S tier slot.
Yeah.
But Conor is A-plus and Dustin Poirier is A-minus.
Yeah.
Right?
And Justin's a B.
And Justin's a B, yeah.
So that's why it's just such a weird narrative. Maybe you disagree. You're wrong, but tell us down
Let
below.
us know, guys.
Oh,
Let
it's a
us know
Conor video, so I'm sure y'all are gonna go off.
Sound off. Let us know how much of a dick rider we are and all kinds of shit like that.
Oh, people are gonna love that Conor has a better resume than Khabib.
Woo!
Ooh, mama.
Let us know.
I agree, though, for the record.
Sound off.
I agree.
Be belligerent. We love it. Take care, guys. Even Dennis Seaver was fucking amazing. I mean, he was on his way down, but he was still a good fighter.
Dennis Seaver? That was not a name I expected to hear in this conversation,
No, but he was.
my guy.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's not Seaver.
I'm sorry. My
It was
fucking
maybe
senile
Brandao.
life.
I was like, Dennis Seaver? What is this man on? What are you even thinking of? Diego Brandao?
Yes. Maybe,
Yeah, okay, maybe
that's
Diego
who it was.
Brandao. Who shouldn't be in this conversation
No, he
either.
shouldn't. But